Alright, today I'm going to show you an easy way of replacing the factory air filter on a Scrambler 90 Polaris and replace them with a PVC setup in order to keep your quad from flooding out when your kid hits a puddle. This is the original air filter setup on the Scrambler X90. One of the biggest problems is the sealing. It won't seal, you get water in between, you soak your element, floods the quad out, gets water through the carburetor, you're pretty much done for the day until you clean your carb out and dry your filter. It's a decent setup, not for what we need it for. What I had to do in order to keep this quad from getting flooded out, I just built a setup out of PVC fittings. 290 degrees, a 30 and a 45 sweep fitting that I got at basically Lowe's or Home Depot. The only part I basically used is the factory rubber 45 degree, 90 degree fitting, or the boot. What you want to do is fit your boot back on your carburetor, get all your fittings in place loosely up behind the left front fender, mark them all before you glue them together. You want to drill 2 holes in the fender, basically just run a wire tie around it. It's not going to go anywhere. Pretty fail proof. I painted my fittings black. They're white. I also put a K&N air filter. This is off of a 1/4 midget. Fits right over your 1.5" fitting, clamp it tight. And then I basically put an outerwear filter, pre-filter element over top of that for dust. After you get all that put together, one of the biggest things you're going to have to do is restrict your airflow to your carburetor. You cannot run wide open. The quad won't run. It'll have a real bad dead spot. What I did, got a piece of plastic, a little bit less than 1/8 inch thick. I used a 2 1/8 inch hole saw, cut my disc. You're going to have to trim it with a sander so it fits inside your fitting. Also, you're going to need to drill 3 to 4 holes. Start with a 3/8 hole, 5/16, maybe down to a 1/4. You're going to need to ride the quad. You'll feel it until it has optimum power. I feel that this quad has more power than it did before with the factory air filter. Once you get everything glued in place, fit it on your quad, I recommend you glue the disc inside. If it falls out, the quad will just basically fall on its face when you go to give it throttle. It won't even run. Put this setup back on. Get your wire tie on. It's going to be a little bit louder in sound. I'll start the quad up and you're going to hear the difference. It's a lot louder in sound than normal. But this quad's very snappy. You can see it wants to go. Lots of power. I'm 200 pounds and it'll pull me up any hill. Not a steep hill, but it'll pull you up a lot of hills. Less than $10 for the fittings. You're gonna have to find a filter setup. You can probably use any type of filter. Biggest thing is though, tune it with the holes. Hopefully this will help you out and keep you riding for the rest of the day. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.